All right, I cannot believe we're already at episode 7 of The Musketeers, flying through it. I've started to hear from some of you Musketeers fans. I've heard a bit that season 3 is a bit of a favourite of some, so yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see. I'm always interested with every show how much it changes between seasons, because some shows, you know, stay consistent between seasons, but some can change quite dramatically in tone and what the characters are even up to, the place, the locations, the villains. So we'll see. I really have no idea how consistent this show is in that sense. I have no preference. I like when it stays consistent and I like when it changes. So we'll see. We'll see what this episode is. Yet another familiar actor. We can't have an episode of The Musketeers without someone who looks quite familiar. Oh. Come on, Musketeers, that man is just getting robbed by a whole gang. Blimey. What kind of parade is this? Just the king making his way through town? He knows how to fight back.
My bag! Let it go!
What's she doing? You must...
No. Oh, that's horrible. That's awful. Gosh.
Majesty, it's not safe. Right on, now!
She was just gonna say something. Something important, probably. To the Queen.
Was she armed?
She's got
Only with this.
a scroll.
Let us through, I know her!
What's her name?
Therese Dubois.
Make room!
Therese.
Fleur.
Someone else who might be... Fleur.
All of you, back! Move back, move back!
Fleur knows something too, but doesn't want to say. Interesting. Okay, if we've got more Queen in this episode, I'm very keen. It might be Queen-based. Gosh, what a horrible scene, though. I mean, horrible. We'll just stop. What a horrible event. That young girl going under the carriage. What happened? She just trip and go under the wheel? What are the chances of that? Not cool, not cool.
This is an age of glorious discovery. And for the first time in the history of mankind, we understand the motions of the celestial bodies as well as our own. But what is the role of women in this age of wonder? My women of Paris, seek your own enlightenment.
Was it an attempt on my life?
The young woman merely wanted to present this petition to the Queen.
To me? Why?
She was an orphan from a humble background. It has something to do with a plea for women's education.
Comtesse de la Roque. To what do I owe the honor?
De
Majesty.
La Roque.
I want to
Great
know
name.
why this tragedy happened.
You knew this lunatic?
Lunatic.
She was sane as you or me. Well, me anyway. She was the daughter of a servant of
Kill.
mine.
Did you tell this young girl to give her petition to the Queen?
I merely told her that the Queen is a woman of wisdom and kindness. I shall read it.
Walk with me in the garden, Ninon. I've often found your company so stimulating.
Another time, Your Majesty. I am too distressed at present.
Did she just refuse my company?
I believe she did, sire.
That loud?
Your job is to find something I can use against her. Nignon must pay up or face
It's been a while since we've seen her.
from her.
Good to get her involved again. I don't quite see the issue yet. I mean, it was a horrible accident, the thing that happened.
I'm delighted to see you.
How's this guy involved?
Aren't you that Jesuit priest who wrote that terrible pamphlet? What did it say?
Well, if I remember correctly, it was an argument for the Pope's absolute authority over national rulers in all matters, both spiritual and temporal. Any leader who defied him could be legally overthrown and even killed with the papal blessing.
That's the one.
Pope's man.
It's just as well my people can't read.
There have been ugly rumors. It's all scurrilous nonsense, I'm sure.
And Ninon is so very pretty, I could listen to her nonsense all day. Handle the matter discreetly.
You are too generous, Your Majesty.
Yes, I know. It is a weakness.
King's so good.
I've often seen you at court and thought how handsome you are. There is a melancholy aspect to your looks that I find intriguing.
She's right there.
We have a romantic in our midst. Observe, ladies, the remarkable phenomenon. A man of wisdom and perception.
If by romantic you mean a man who gladly acknowledges the superiority of the female sex, then I accept the description.
Your charm won't work here. We are quite immune. Is there an inner sadness that informs the beauty of your features?
We all have our deep secrets and hidden emotions, Comtesse. Allow me to keep mine to myself.
I can't believe Athos and Milady de Winter are just so close again. When's that all gonna come to a head?
Why are you really here? Pope Urban does not send his envoys without good reason.
His Holiness is concerned about the direction of French foreign policy. Need I remind you that you are a cardinal, one of the highest officers within the Catholic Church?
I'm also First Minister of France. In matters of religion, I defer to Rome. In all else, I am my country's servant.
The knee bone of St. Anthony of Padua, one of Rome's most precious relics. It is old and by God's grace immaculately preserved.
Right.
I had other gifts for you, but sadly they were stolen on my arrival.
Enjoy that knee bone, Cardinal.
Sorry.
That well-preserved saint's knee bone.
Will I see you again?
Why?
Milady de Winter know about this?
There are many who consider you the outstanding candidate.
To be Pope.
The highest office within the Catholic Church is within your grasp. You must choose what to do next.
Wow.
The Comtesse de la Roque. Deal with her firmly. The Church likes it when heresy is rooted out.
I will consider my options.
Okay. So to be considered for Pope, they want him to be Pasha.
Perhaps you can pray to St. Anthony for guidance.
Over the knee bone, hey? I like having
His face was a picture when you kissed her.
Why shouldn't I make the first approach to a man I desire?
I can never be so bold.
She's good at getting herself into where she needs to be, ingratiating herself so she
I know
can
this man.
manipulate.
He will seek to trap you and steal your voice.
She plays all the roles.
You know him?
How?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's only a passing acquaintance. Between ourselves, Fleur Baudin, she here?
You don't have that trust yet. Great. I was saying before, I like the Pope being cast as a greater villain than the Cardinal, because I actually like the Cardinal. It's
I
fun.
won't kiss you again if you don't desire it.
It's fun to see the Cardinal. I don't know. It's just fun to have an excuse to even briefly root for the Cardinal. I want to like him, even though he's, a bad guy.
Why are you showing me this?
Don't you feel responsible?
I gave her an education, clothing and food.
Is this your idea of a date, Athos? Trip to the morgue?
I was so fond of her.
I didn't mean to upset you.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
This is the way we all must end. Cover her face.
It's the same guy who works at the morgue. I like that continuity. That creep. It was like, you can learn a lot from a dead body.
Do you know him?
A thief. He escaped me this morning. How did he die?
No idea. I've had a dozen fresh cadavers already. He'll have to wait his turn.
Look after this bag. I'll send for it in the morning.
Interesting.
Now I'm done with romance.
It ended badly.
You could say that.
Get out! Trouble.
These are the Cardinal's men. I knew nothing of this.
Red Guard are coming. Cardinal is being more firm. I hope De La Roque makes it out of this episode still doing her work with women. It feels unlikely, but hopefully she can make it out in one piece, with her work in one piece. Gosh, they'll even just fight the Musketeers. I guess they think the Musketeers are getting in the way of their work, their job.
With
Doing good work with those books.
Chamber.
Comtesse de la Roque, on the orders of the Cardinal, you are under arrest for the abduction of Fleur Baudin and others.
You said she wasn't here.
She begged me not to tell anyone. Please! Make them stop.
She was hiding out. Who was Fleur hiding from? Pope's powers?
In their nightwear.
Girls claim they were not coerced.
Then why lock them in a secret chamber?
What will happen to these poor children?
Protect them, numpty.
As soon as possible.
And the Comtesse?
She will be held at the Monastery of the Holy Cross awaiting trial.
I detect the foul stench of witchcraft in all this.
The Comtesse de la Roque? A witch? Can she fly on a broomstick? Make love potions?
Your Majesty is joking, but Satan is real. And his female familiars are everywhere amongst us. Evil must be extinguished wherever it is detected.
Right. Good luck extinguishing all evil. Once that's achieved, then what?
Wonderfully unpleasant little man.
Yeah.
Witchcraft. What nonsense.
I'm sure witches are supposed to be ugly. Did you?
Witches are supposed to be ugly. That's a primary reason the king can't believe it, that De La Roque is a witch. Just the locations and the buildings on this show are just lovely, always great to see. Don't they just make you want to, like, if you could time travel, you would go to this time, surely. Even just the hats, I always bring up the hats, but why don't people wear hats like this these days, you know? Just out on the street. Maybe I should get one, maybe I should start it.
This trial is a mockery of religion. The God I believe in stands for love, not cruelty.
You are a contradiction, Monsieur Aramis. A soldier who preaches love, and a famous libertine who cherishes women.
We all search for truth in different ways. Take this. My God will not abandon you.
Aramis is my favorite. There, I said it. He's my favorite. I mean, you know, we've got a lot of this show to go. Anything could happen. I could change my mind, but he just always knows what to say.
So we could end up like you, married to a man you hate.
I don't hate Bonacieux.
Sure. Bonacieux. Where is Bonacieux? Where's your husband again? He's always working.
Hey! There's no need for that.
This is family business. You stay out of it.
Constance, help me, please.
Out of my way.
If you hurt her, I'll know.
I'm not gonna hurt her. I love her. But why won't she do as she's told?
I love her. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they believe, isn't it? They really love what they can do for them.
Just make sure she speaks the truth. God will be watching.
Yeah.
And so will I.
Trial, okay. Okay, a bit of Crucible.
Now and spare your victims the ordeal of giving.
Confess you're a witch.
I cannot confess to imaginary crimes.
Do you deny you believe in Satan's magic? Now I advise you to consider your answers seriously.
And I advise you not to ask ridiculous questions.
Just do the right thing, all right?
For you. The right thing for you, not for her, not for... Oh, dear, she probably will. Understandably.
All will be well if you tell the truth, child. What happened to you at the contest?
Say what he wants.
I have a drink of water.
I like the soundtrack here. Atmosphere.
The Comtesse taught us things. Natural philosophy, the movement of the cosmos, the secrets of our bodies.
That's the thing, even just saying the truth, actually, they won't, like, yeah. You don't have to lie.
And locked you in a secret room. Showed you intimate things. This woman has used you for her foul appetites. You cannot be blamed.
You're making her work sound corrupt. You will suffer for this. You're the one who'll be judged.
Take her away.
Oh, she's brave. Look how evil they look,
We'll hear
these
the testimony of
Pope's
Madame
men.
de la Chapelle.
Why did he so... Hello. Oh gosh, so close. I like the slow-mo there. Why did the Cardinal so ravenously drink from that same glass that Fleur had a drink from?
Madame de la Chapelle.
Well, I guess they're just leaning into the terrible Catholicism kind of tropes. Is Athos watching this?
She did to me what I saw her do to other women. She gave me wine and a bit of potion.
Recognize. Oh, and she's betraying her.
I awoke in her private chamber.
His face, oh my god. Oh my god.
Spells and ritual incantations.
This is amazing.
I felt a deep
I hate that haircut.
This woman is a liar! She is not even who she claims to be!
Restrain him immediately!
She is not to be trusted! Athos, come!
Ah, she's gonna get away. Come on, listen to the musketeer, the reputable musketeer. That's not cool, man. Maybe because they're in this church where the Pope's people, the cardinal's in control, she can get away, but
Proven in the sight of God.
people should listen to an honorable musketeer who speaks up.
The court finds you guilty on all counts. Your body will be burned to ashes.
Should have just said you're a witch for the fun of it. If you're gonna die either way, I'd say I'm a witch.
It is the king's wish that unless the Comtesse de la Roque confesses her crimes freely and without torture, she be spared the death sentence.
Little smile from Aramis. Alright, Queen coming in clutch. Oh, they shared a look.
With the devil until this.
I'm so into it.
I am looking at him.
They've got me.
Such language amounts to a
poison. Oh. I guess she did drink from his own glass. It was his own glass that he continued to drink from, and she poisoned him. Nice. Oh, I think Cardinal's gonna be alright. Gosh, but it's a severe one.
He needs an emetic.
He needs an exorcism.
Definitely poison.
What if he is? Oh, it's a full-on one. Damn.
I'm sure the cardinal is made of granite. Please don't die. Please don't die.
Oh, the king saying please don't die. That's so wholesome.
Whoever did this, I want them found.
It was a cool move by Fleur, but it could turn the king against the whole bunch of them. De la Roque and all.
Cardinal. Will he live? I did not expect to find my gift to you around the Comtesse's neck.
Explain that, Aramis.
Me nor your lover. She is beautiful.
She is a good woman facing a hideous death. I only wanted to comfort her.
Forgive me. Your compassion does you credit.
Woo! I haven't shipped anything this hard in a long time. They're adorable. And of course, the layer of a love that cannot be just makes it even more delicious. Poor Athos, man.
Madame de la Chapelle. Where is she?
Bring out the truth here, Athos. Tell your mates.
Whoever she is, she can wait. Right now, our job is to find out who tried to...
All right. Talk about it later.
Satan turned his blood into acid at her command.
We'll add Satan to the list of suspects.
I leave for Rome in the morning. Paris is no place for pious men.
Your bag, Father. It was found in the morgue with the body of the man who stole it. I'll see it's returned to you before you leave.
Yeah, we're gonna find something out about this guy. I like how just then Aramis turned away from him. It was like his...
Speak to Fleur Baudin.
I have no respect for this man anymore because of what he's saying, and he just kind of turned. Power move. Masculine power move.
I didn't do anything, I swear it. You know, I'm to be married.
I see, yes. She's running from marriage. Fair. Oh, I feel sorry for him, actually, just seeing him like that. Can't help it.
Was it you?
That's your first question.
Where's Athos? What is he to you?
Yeah, he's finding out now.
You must concentrate on your health.
If she admits she is a witch, her entire estate will be forfeit to the crown.
But under these circumstances, then why the hell would she admit she's a witch? What are you about to do with that saint's knee bone?
Disgusting, what is it?
Lick it for luck?
St. Anthony,
shall pray for his intercession.
You know marrying Fleur to the highest bidder won't make anyone happy.
It's a good match.
She doesn't love him. Robert, I know you. You're a good man. Force her into this marriage and she'll never forgive you. Is that what you want?
Constance is reminding me so much here of Marion and Robin Hood. Getting things done just by knowing how to talk to people, which the Musketeers aren't as good at. They need a fight to find solutions.
There is nothing worse than a woman who betrays her own sex.
She is very villainous.
I can think of a few things.
Why do you hate me? How have I ever hurt you?
She just doing it for
Sadly,
power?
you must die. If you don't confess, the women of your salon will burn in your place. Surely you wish to save the lives of your accomplices in Satan.
Okay, she'll confess then.
Do you ever wonder what is to come after this life?
Never.
I have done terrible things. My account with God is not yet balanced. I am afraid that if I die, I shall go to hell.
That's interesting. The Cardinal considering his balance. So he will try to do good deeds. That's something.
It was on the Cardinal's breath.
Something on the pages as well.
Pages are damp. Poison. Wash your hands. Everything's soaked in it.
Sistine wanted to kill the Cardinal.
The Cardinal we're talking about. Why are we running?
Gotta save him from the Pope. Pope wants to off the Cardinal. Assuming Sistine is doing the Pope's will, which I think he is. Musketeers need to save the Cardinal so the Cardinal can save the day, I think. I like that. Oh, here he goes. Gotta save him. Oh, he is ready. Oh, interesting. You're late? Why do we even have Musketeers if you're almost late to save me?
We're glad to
What
find you,
he's
Your
thinking.
Eminence.
I doubt that. But thank you for the sentiment.
All right, come on.
Sistine who tried to poison you.
A sacred relic, soaked with poison. An old papal trick. I should have guessed earlier.
Poison on the knee. Poison on the gifts. Of course. Yeah.
Need to kill her. Please.
Begging.
You can have everything you want and still let her go free.
Come on, Cardinal.
I'm not a cruel man, just a practical one.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
What do you propose?
Often too practical. Wish he was a little bit more of a romantic Cardinal. That's a relief.
God did not abandon me after all.
Everyone just standing around.
Gets all the credit.
Your lands, your property, and your money.
He gets to have his cake and eat it too.
I will allow you a small income to live a quiet life somewhere outside Paris.
My voice will never be silenced, but I promise you will never hear it.
Fair. Okay.
We need a body to make this look convincing. Luckily, one has just become available.
Oh, that's cool.
Today I find my vision clearer than ever.
Yeah.
Nothing. No person. No nation. No God will stand in my way.
Oh. The Cardinal has come back stronger than ever. Cardinal the White. So both sides are agreeing to just be practical. They're not going to stop what they're doing, but they're going to allow the others to keep to do what they do as well. Are any of these romantic interests going to stick around?
Neither of us is the marrying kind.
Yeah. This makes sense. I mean, she wouldn't. Yeah, this makes sense. She's got to go do her work. But it's a shame we keep giving these Musketeers, hope of settling down. But, it doesn't last. Oh, that was nice. Nice shot. Hey, there you go. Got your focus. And pull back. Nice. Nice focus pulls. That's not easy.
My father has changed his mind. I don't have to marry yet. He's even letting me continue my
Constance,
education.
well done.
What happened?
happened?
It's strange. He said a woman persuaded him.
It was you who went to Bodan, wasn't it?
Don't be silly.
You are the finest woman I have ever met. I don't believe there's a more generous soul in all of France.
Stop that. You're embarrassing me.
And what if I want to embarrass you? Why shouldn't I list all the reasons I love you? Of course, when I say that, I mean respect.
That was
Say it again.
great.
I admire and respect you.
Not that part, you idiot.
I love you.
It's been a while coming, hasn't it? Nice. I just had a good time with that. That was a feel-good episode. I thought it was a bit slow to get started. I was like, okay, who are these people? What does this guy that the Pope sent have to do with everything? But yeah, it started to come together and then quickly became very enjoyable. Yeah, I enjoy a nice little, Crucible, Salem Trials, witch story, witch-inspired story. Yeah, it's like always a satisfying story type to bring to a, historical fantasy show like this. Oh, man. And yeah, we're enjoying the melodrama. We're enjoying the relationships. We're enjoying the shipping. That last scene with D'Artagnan and Constance was played very well. That was really nice, the way D'Artagnan said that line. It just came out. He said, I could list, why shouldn't I list all the ways that I love you? And then his little look of like, I just said that. I really just said that, didn't I? Okay, that's a big thing I just said. Tries to walk it back, but nope, she's into it too, obviously, and we've got that little melody. Da, 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 da. Yeah, look, I'm totally into it. But problem is, now that it's happened, that's the thing. Isn't that the thing? We enjoy, shipping a relationship like, I just wish they'd get together. But then once they've gotten together, what can the writers do but bring in more issues? You can't just get characters together and they're just happily ever after. There's no more show. So unfortunately, I'm really worried about what comes next. I mean, her husband might be a little bit more around in the coming episodes, I think. I think that's likely. Things are going to come to a head a bit more. Yeah. Both there and a little bit earlier in the kind of progression is the relationship between Aramis and the Queen, which I ship even harder because they are just so sweet. They're some of the kindest, most generous characters on the show. I mean, a lot of kind and generous characters. We just called Constance the most generous woman, and yeah, that's absolutely true. But the Queen and Aramis as well. They seem to always be looking to comfort someone, to help someone in need. And when they look at each other, that shot in the trial, we're still in like a widest shot with the Queen there. But she turns and looks, and we've got Aramis in the deep background, and we know that she's giving him a look. Lovely. Just lovely. And I like that they're not falling into any traps of trying to make it all contentious. I mean, you could, and I do sometimes like in a melodrama when, there's misunderstandings, like they had with the brooch or the necklace, the bracelet that the Queen gave Aramis and Aramis gave Leroc. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just checking on the names from this episode so that I say them right. Constance isn't a season regular. She's on as a guest star. I don't know why. She's in every episode. She's got a big role in every episode. I don't know why that is. Hey, the pathologist Mark Williams, Mr. Weasley. No. What? Yeah. What? Is Mr. Weasley the guy in the morgue? I didn't think that was him at all. That seems to be what it indicates, but when I see him again, I'll try and verify that. That is not something I would have guessed. And Teresa, or Therese at the start, is the little girl from The Beast Below in Doctor Who. How interesting. Finding out all sorts of things. Anyway, I don't want to find out too much. That's just a couple things about this episode. But yeah, what was I saying? The brooch or necklace. I like that even though the Queen for a moment was like, oh, you gave it to her. You must, really feel something for her. Aramis was like, I was just trying to comfort her. And the Queen is immediately like, absolutely great idea. I believe you. I trust you. And I think what you're saying is right. And yeah, that makes me like you all the more. You lovely, generous man. So... yeah, I'm just loving all the characters, which is the most important thing on a show like this. The absolute most important thing. And I really do. The Cardinal, even up to all his, his nasty schemes, every episode I find something to like about him. Though I'm worried about where he's going to go from here, because I think he is going to get nastier. I think, the way he fought in this episode, the way he, had a near-death experience and, had to start fighting the papacy. I think he might start to be a nastier man. Though he also said, he worries. I think he's afraid of death. He actually believes he'll go to hell because he's self-aware enough to recognize that he's done a lot of terrible things. And he needs to do some good works to, do some good deeds, but, good deeds in his own eyes. So I think, in a certain way, the things he was doing in the earlier parts of this episode, calling these women witches, is actually, in his eyes, a good deed. So, I don't think we can actually trust him to do good deeds in our eyes as the viewers. But loving him, loving the King. The King is getting great moments, great lines every episode. The Queen was lovely, Constance was lovely, all the Musketeers, great as ever. Athos in this episode went through a fair bit emotionally. Saw her again, saw Milady de Winter again. Yeah, that's going to come to a head pretty soon. What was that? Episode 7, 8, 9, 10. We're in the end game now. Yep. And I'm just loving it more and more every time. That was a great ride. I am in. This is my kind of show. And that is all there is to say for this week. So thanks for sharing your passion with me. Tomity out.